In this session, let's go and understand how we can use the exit object not found macro and exit cancelled macro. But before going ahead, let's see some more about macros with respect to modeling the exceptions. If you see that in last session, I have used exit underscore return macro, and with the help of this macro, I was able to use my custom exception, which I defined in my workflow method. And then I was able to use in the workflow and did the custom modeling for that particular error. But we have some more standard macros like exit object not found, exit cancelled, exit not implemented, exit parameter not found. These macros, you will not be able to model it. I will show you. Let's go into the system directly and all these things one by one we will understand. So going to the system now. So we are here now. Let's go to /NSWO1. In last class, we have created one business object type, and here we have defined this method. So put the cursor here and click on this program. And here you can see that I have used this particular macro. I will show you how we can use exit object not found and exit cancelled. So let's see one by one. First, we will see exit object not found. You should know that you will be able to model your workflow for the exception only when you use the exit underscore return. In case of other macros like exit object not found and exit cancelled, you will be not able to do so. I will show you. Here I have used this particular macro. Double click on this and see the detail of this definition. You can see that it's using the standard exception ID 8026, getting past object key and object type over here. Now go back in this method. Also, if you see that we have defined this particular exception, name of the exception is 9002. Let's quickly go and create a one workflow. /n, uh, click on this create button, and then here in this choose one activity and click on this create task exception, exception handling with exit object not found. Here the business object, and here this is the method, and I'm using this in the dialog. Okay, click on this OK, click on this OK. So I'm not checking this background processing. Let's go back and click on this OK button. And here, like if you come in the outcome, though you are getting this exception over here, but it will not work now. Click on this OK button and click on this OK, and let's give some name, JWFR demo 16 or 17, something like that. Click on this and click on this OK button and click on this OK, and now click on this activate. So click on this execute button, but before clicking on this execute button, let me show you that in this program we are trying to create this uh, instance of this business object with this key. Okay, so if it is not created successfully, we are using this exception, that object not found, because it was not created successfully. So what will happen, that in this case it will be successfully created because the sales order number is the correct sales order number which is present in VBAK table, and this is the correct business object type. So it will go into this else part because size of RC will become 0, and it will be successfully completed, right? So let's come here. Uh, let's go back and regenerate this program, and also on the safer side /OSWU underscore OBUF. Whenever you do some changes in the workflow or in program, if you do a start synchronization, it's good. Click on this execute button and click on this execute button. Now click on this graphical workflow log, and here you can see that it's here standing with, right? Let's go and check if we have given the agent correctly or not, because that is important, otherwise you will not receive the work item. In the expression tab, agent assignment is not in green, right? So you'll have to make sure that it should be there in the green. First check whether it is general task or not. It's not general task, so make it a general task and click on this back button, and now go here and choose as workflow initiator or give some user ID. So I'm starting this workflow, I want myself to get this, and here agent assignment, you can see that it got it now. Click on this OK button and click on this save button, click on this activate button. Now run this one and run it once again, and here go into this log, and you can see that it's following this path, right? That means because there was no exception, it went into this path, correct path, and got completed. In case of exception, it should follow this particular step. But what will happen, that it will not follow that step because you are using exit object not found, and in this you don't have any option to pass this 9002, the custom exception ID which you have created. Hence, though if you allow to have some error over here, okay, giving some bad, you know, sales order ID, and it will not create the object instance. Even we can put the breakpoint over here to see the behavior, generate it, and go back, and we will run it once again. Just activate and generate it. Click on this execute button, and this time you can see that ABAP debugger is getting triggered, right? And size sub RC is 8026. That means object instantiation was not taken place, right? It's blank, correct? You will not get any handler, correct? So if you come here, F6, exit object not found, this exception it will throw, press F8, and here current status it's going into the error. If you click on this graphical workflow log, it's here itself getting truncated, it's getting terminated, it's not following this path though we have modeled. So what you understood, the simple understanding is this: if you are going to use any standard macro apart from exit underscore return, with the help of that you will not be able to model the branch for the exception, and that will not work. Okay, good. Fine. Now let's go and discuss how we can implement the exit cancel. Exit cancel will help you to keep your work item inside the user SAP inbox even after taking the action. So, for example, let's suppose you are getting one work item to change the material and save the description. What you are doing, that you are changing the material and saving its description, but the length of the description is not meeting the qualification criteria of saving the material. In that case, what we want to throw one information message to the agent that it's not meeting the length criteria. Please make it the length more than 25 or something like that. And again, we want that work item to be there in the agent inbox itself. So let's go and first see how the general behavior. Here, let's quickly go and create this a fresh workflow. Here, I will use one activity step in the dialog mode. Click on this create task. Here, change material or maybe approve material. It's or review material. You are just going, you are sending for reviewing, and if agent is finding some description, he will you know do some changes. So review material and change and save, something like that. Here we have created already this object type, and come here and we will choose the change material. Click on this save button, workflow, okay, and go back, click on this OK button, and here make sure that you define the agent properly so that you will not get any unexpected behavior. Come here and give the user, I will give my user itself ABAP SAP 38. Click on this OK button, and here just click on this save. So maybe I'll give the name of this workflow demo for exit cancelled macro. Click on this OK, click on this save button, and click on this OK. Now quickly create one container. So I think we already have it got created over here, right? ZFTR demo 4. So fine, we can use the same properties over here. The import parameter, click on this OK button and click on this save button. Click on this activate button. Now click on this execute button, and here give some material. So already I'm having listed down some material from Mara table. I will choose one of the material, Control V, and click on this execute button. So you can see that it's directly going into the user inbox, and once user takes the action over there, right, he has to, change this material minimum to length of 25, but by mistake he has just given some description and he is trying to save it. So when he try to save, it is not giving any message or something like that, and it's you know getting back it, and it's completing the workflow. Like if you go here and change the graphical log, it is now completed. So let's go and try to implement this requirement. So we'll go to uh, that object type here in the change material. We are already here in this object type. Put the cursor on change material, click on this program, go into the change mode, and here we will write the logic. So I will take help of the existing select query which is there on the MAKT table, and I will use it. Copy here, and after saving, what I will do that commit walk and wait, I will write it here and select single MAKTX from MAKT client specified. That is fine because we are using MANDT over here, and material number is this is also okay, Espress SI language, and this here, if psi sub rc equals to 0, then in that case, and this value let's put into some variable. So into at the rate data lv underscore maktx. From MAKT, we are getting the description after saving, right? We know that when the material description get saved, it's saved into this particular table. So from there, we are just fetching it and getting into this, and we will check the length of this. Also, because we are using the new syntax, make sure the host variable you are using at the rate symbol to make sure that the local variable are the host variable. And here now if size of RC equals to 0, in that case just to check the length. Okay, so data lv underscore length equals to strlen and lv underscore maktx. So if lv underscore length is less than 25, then in that case give an information message that is n- length minimum should be 55, length minimum should be 25. Okay, and type I, just save this one, just save this, and pretty painter, just save this, go and check the syntax. If everything is fine, yeah, looks fine, go back and click on this generate button. Now what we want that, let's activate it once again and click on this button, and now here we will pass that material, this material, and the workflow will trigger and it will send the work item to my user, right? And automatically the pop-up will get open, right? Click on this execute button, you can see that it's opening the basic data. What is happening here, it is important to understand that. Let me explain a bit. So here we will come. Sorry, just 1 second. And here you can see that. So something important to understand here, you can see I'm triggering the workflow actually because I have assigned a step with a dialog. Then in that case, it is directly going to that agent, and agent is me in this case. All right. So directly it's going in my inbox and getting executed automatically because I'm the same user. You would have observed in past when we were defining the user decision step. In that case, automatically it goes into the inbox in case I myself is the agent, and it gets executed the work item, and it gives me the option to approve, reject, and cancel and put into the same SAP inbox, right? Like that we get the option because here we have the dialog step and myself is the agent. So in this case, because there is no approve reject such kind of button over there, so automatically it's getting and calling the mm02 transaction to change the material. So here you should not get confused that how automatically it's going and calling the mm02 transaction. Basically what it should happen normally, that when the user should go to the uh, you know SBWP business workplace, and here in the inbox, in the workflow, right here he has to click on this work item and then it should appear. But in my case automatically it's coming over there. However, the work item is still present over there. Like you can see, if you refresh, it's still present. Correct. So we have come into this description part, and here you just give some text or something like that and click on this save button. Then you will see that it's coming over here, and press F6. You are getting the description into this, right? And then checking the length. So length is 21, which is less than 25. So in that case, it will give you the information message, right? You will get the information message over here. Length minimum should be 25, right? Click on this OK button and press F8. So here now, if you come, your work item would have gone from this inbox now, right? You can see that it went, that review material and change and save that particular work item gone, and your workflow is now in completed status. You can see that. Even you can go and check out the graphical log, you will be able to see that it's completed. What my requirement is that I don't want get disappear my work item if the length is going to be less than 25. I just want to give the information message, and by passing the information message, I want to keep the work item in the inbox. So let's go and do the change for this. Here, change material, go into the program, and now what we will do that when it gives the information message, just after that we will have to use exit cancelled macro. That's it. This much only you will have to do. So go and generate this one. Once again we will go and go back and activate this workflow, execute this one, and this time you will see that it will be there. See, the material is coming. I missed to give the material. I'll have to give the material. So go back and Here we will give the material. Let's choose one material, maybe 68, and click on this execute button. So at this moment, if you go and check it out, your work item will be here. Review material and change and save. So I have come and I'm going to give some text over here, some description over here, right? Again, clicking on the save button, and if you see here, F6, 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 the length at this moment is 30, which is greater than 25. So my exit cancel will not get trigger, and what will happen that again your work item will be removed from the user inbox because you are this time meeting the criteria, right? But in case if it is less than 25, then let's go and see. So execute it once again, click on this basic data and make less than 25. Some description we have given, but it's less than 25. Click on this save button, and when you are coming here and checking the length, then it's 16, which is less than 25. So now if you press F6 and all, then in that case, see your exit cancelled is getting triggered, right? Press F8. So in this case, though you have taken the action and clicked on the save button, but still your work item will not disappear from here, right? Because you have implemented the exit underscore cancel. See here, it's still here. Review material and change and save is still present in the inbox. So this is what the use case of exit cancelled. One bonus tips I would like to share over here with you that it is not necessary that to use over here the exit cancel. The same requirement you can achieve with populating the error message type. I will show you. So come here and go to the program and just you know give this error message. Save this one, go back and generate this. Come once again, go back and reload the program. I will save and activate it once again so that the latest change will be adopted by the workflow. Click on this execute button and here give that material. Click on this execute, go to this basic data, click on this OK and give some value. It is less than again 25. Click on this save, and this time you will see that it will give you the error message, and error message will also help you. Length minimum should be 25, right? It's not a pop-up, it's a error message, and you know you will be able to see that again your work item is going to remain over there, right? The latest work item is still over here in the user inbox. So with the help of error message also you can achieve the requirement, but this is how exit cancel also you can use in case if you want to populate the information message. Hope I'm making sense. Thank you.